Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at preppernet.com.
You've just joined the Prepper Broadcasting Network, where we promote self-reliance and independence. The views and opinions expressed are strictly those of the host or their guests. Visit us in the interactive chat room at prepperbroadcasting.com.
Good evening, everyone. If you're a prepper, you're in the right place at the right time. This is the Prepping Academy, skirting the globe through miles of fiber optic cable at nearly the speed of light directly to you, with your hosts, Forrest and Kyle. Coming to you from the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, the information you get from the show could save your life. Whether you're a veteran, beginning prepper, or just curious, there is something here meant for you.
Hey guys, we are here. Apparently, we had a technical issue. Can you guys hear us now? Yes, we are. Yes. Okay. We got to replay what we just. They didn't hear any of that.
There you go. Let's do it again.
Okay. Hey, take two. Hey, my name is Rush. No. So we were getting ready to go live.
Yes.
And literally there was 30 seconds left. It does a countdown. Let me know when we're going to go live. And G-Man, that's when I start sweating because you're not here. And I'm going to have to wing this myself. I'm going to have to do this myself. I'm okay with that because I'm mediocre with or without you. But what the heck? 30 seconds before the show starts, you walk into my house?
Yes.
I mean, in the studio?
That's right. Yeah. It's a massive studio.
What do you think? This is all about you? You can just show up and just record? You're that good?
That's it.
Okay.
It's all about me.
That is just crazy.
It makes for good conversation.
And so there is a button here on my microphone. Y'all hear that? There's a button that turns on mute. See, a lot of times G-Man mutes us, and we don't have to use this. G-Man's the producer. But then I hit the button for some reason.
Well, because you wanted to yell at me.
Yeah, I was yelling at you. Yeah, I was yelling at you, and then we went live, and I forgot to. So we were actually talking, and y'all weren't hearing. So, yeah. Yeah, he's missing in action. I'm telling you, he's missing in action. Everybody's talking about, yeah, turn on to Mike. Michael Klein. Hey, Michael Klein has a great show on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, guys, if you're on Blog Talk Radio, right now, you just go type in Prepper Broadcast Network. Search it or go to prepperbroadcasting.com. It's the same audio feed, and we have a live chat room that people are chatting because that's what you do in a chat room, or you lurk. That's the term, lurk. You just watch people chat.
Ooh.
Did you not know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking, yeah.
What are you thinking?
I can't even think right now.
Yeah, well, no kidding, because you just got here 45 seconds ago.
Troll. Troll was the word.
Oh, troll.
Troll was the word I was trying to think of.
Okay, that's heard of that too.
Yeah.
But hey, you can go to prepperbroadcasting.com, listen to it live there, and also there's a chat room right on the front where you can join into the chat room. Right now, I'm counting, and we have around 7,800 people in our chat room, which is just packed full of people. I said 7 or 8. Did you think I said 7,800? No, we actually got more than that. And so, hey, tonight's show is sponsored by Sawyer Products. They make the best products in the world. Water filters, bug spray, all that kind of stuff. So join us there. So tonight, how was your week? Let's talk about your dumb week. Every week.
My week required a lot of healing because I was sick last week, if you remember, and
Oh, yeah, that's right. You called in.
And
you didn't talk a lot. I felt like I talked the entire time.
Yeah, man, it was a rough Monday for me. It was but it got better. Now other people in my house have what I had, and
Oh, nice. And now you're going. Don't give it to me.
It'll keep coming back around, I guess. I don't know.
Holy cow!
Yeah, well, gotta share the wealth here.
Yep. Hey, so good week. You're not sick, but the rest of your family's sick, huh?
Yeah.
That's. Why did you do that to them?
You don't mean to.
Yeah.
That quarantine thing.
It always starts with the kids, though. They're the ones that get you sick, and then.
That's so true.
Okay. Hey, we got a huge announcement.
Well,
You don't know what it is?
I don't.
It's a huge.
Is it about me?
And yeah, you're fired.
Do your best Trump impersonation.
I can't do Trump.
Okay.
I can't. I'm not I have no talents at all. You don't understand.
He's got an Obama poster here.
No,
those.
I will hit you. Where's my knife? It's right over here at this table. I usually have a knife in my hand as we do this, and Kyle would always look at me really nervous. But I don't have a knife in my hand. But Mark Goodwin is coming on the show October 30th. He does the Prepper Recon podcast. He's written 1,000 books. Well, no, maybe not 1,000. He's written Days of Noah, Days of Elijah, all these cool books. I've read them. So he's going to be on 7 Cows, someone wrote. Yeah. He's awesome. And he's going to be on October 30th. And it's going to be live. And so I'm looking forward to that. You looking forward to that?
I am.
Yeah, you don't even know who he is. You haven't even read one of his books. Have you? You're not a fan.
I will now.
You said that last week.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah. You're not a prepper, man.
I'm thinking about trick-or-treating the next day. Isn't that right? Yeah.
What does that have to do with it? What are you going to prepare?
I'm thinking about candy all of a sudden.
Oh, my word. Dude, I'm going to dress up, and I've told my kids to do this every year, and they never would. I'm going to make my eye, like a black eye, and then put a P on me. Be a black eye P. My daughter this year, she said, I may do that, Dad. That's an easy one. I'm like, yeah. So I think that's Monday. Is Monday? It better be a Monday because that's what our show is. Yeah, it's Monday. Mark Goodwin from the Prepper Recon Show. So that's our big announcement. That's coming up. Hey, so before we get into this, I want to bring up the elephant in the room. I mean, gosh, did you see what happened last night?
Oh, in Vegas?
In Vegas. That is just crazy.
That is.
That is sad and crazy. And you know what? We hate events like this, and it's just awful. It's hard to believe there are people that evil in this world that would just stand in a room and just keep pulling the trigger time after time after time. They
can't. At this time, there's no link to why or whatnot other than just complete malice.
Mm-hmm.
And that person, I think it was more than one person that was involved.
No, I think there's only one.
It's one, but he had some kind of involvement with someone else, I thought.
Oh, I don't know.
Or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. But just kind of, broke the window, and I think 58 people, the last count that I heard.
I think it went up to 59, the last I saw in the news tonight. So, but yeah, that's just all crazy. And you know what? We love America. We don't want to be afraid. And, things like this can hurt our gun rights or so many things. My question was, when I was just talking to someone today about it, is what would have happened if people in the hotel had guns? If you're anywhere on that hall, you're hearing that gunfire.
Right.
Something's going on.
Yeah, because they definitely heard gunfire down in the stadium or wherever they were in the concert.
But if you're next door across the hall,
exactly.
It seems to me if people were better prepared, they would, I mean, just, I don't know if they could have got through the door, but they did alert security that they heard things. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know how to solve that problem. I think evil is going to manifest itself, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Definitely. I mean, it's just, it's not what they do it with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you do think of that. You know, what can we do? Safety precautions, how to deal with that.
Right.
But it's the people. It's a people issue. Yeah.
You know, we may lose a lot of people for this statement I'm going to make, like 6.
Okay.
But you know what? It is a country it's a country without God. And that's why evil is going to manifest itself greater and greater.
Very true.
That's my belief. Your beliefs as well.
Yes.
So we agreed on something tonight.
That's right.
So anyway, we just been praying for the people in Vegas, and maybe next week. We've never done an active shooter podcast.
No.
Maybe we should do an active shooter podcast and talk about what to do, what not to do. I don't know what you could have done except run.
Right. And so many things that go into that. And there's a limit to self-defense, if you want to use that word, or personal
preservation.
Yeah. Personal protection.
Okay, personal protection.
But there isn't but so much. I mean, hey, those who don't know, I do jiu-jitsu, and one of the things they tell you is it's a myth to think that you can take on multiple attackers.
Right.
So.
And I make fun of you doing jiu-jitsu, by the way.
Yes.
I Krav Maga, I'm all over it, but jiu-jitsu is a little bit more touching a man on the ground.
Yeah.
I know, but all fights lead to the ground. Anyway, that's going somewhere else. Okay.
Oh man, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, you got a story for us?
No. It's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some comments, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I won't go there.
I did see I saw some MMA fighter was going to donate $1 million, which was pretty cool, to the Vegas people.
Oh wow. You've already got. Look at that.
Yeah. We had a Zello net tonight. Anybody who was on the Zello net, we welcome you in here tonight. Join our chat room. Hey, so tonight in the Zello, channel, they were talking about prepping on a budget. And people had some pretty good ideas. I mean, because a lot of people, we get a lot of people new at CPN, the Carolina Prepper Network, and they always want to know, how do I get started? How do I get started? So have you thought about this? I mean, did you know the show is actually on this tonight?
We talk about it.
I know. And then we go our separate ways.
Yes.
And so I'm interested to know some of the notes, because we don't compare our notes. So this is when Kyle and I would almost plan. I mean, he was a good co-host, because he would get here an hour early.
Okay.
And we would talk a little bit more about this. We just show up with our notes in our hand and go, man, have I got some good notes. Let me share them.
You remember the whole conversation about God earlier that you started with? That's what I'm busy doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You do come from church, and you speed on the way here.
Yes. We won't talk about that. But I thought you were going to talk about the prepping unicorn.
What the heck?
Yeah, I should totally see his reaction to that.
What are you talking about, the prepping unicorn?
Oh, I'm just joking. Just giving the chat room some conversation there.
The prepping unicorn? I've never even heard that term in my life.
We're going to coin it, man.
Okay.
We're going to write a book about the prepping unicorn.
And it's a unicorn you make wishes?
It's for all the snowflakes.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yes. A lot of our listeners are, no, they're not. No, they're not. So we're going to talk about prepping on a budget. So what would your number one advice, this family comes up to you, and let's say husband's 30, wife's 26. No, I don't know why. Oh, and they have a kid, and they want to start the preparedness trail. They want to be prepared. What would be your advice?
What would be
to tell them to do?
The first thing, first of all, I would ask them, what do you have? What do you do?
Wait,
look at.
I'm sure you got an acronym coming in here, but go ahead.
Me and my acronyms. What? I really do not prepare.
Come on, man. You got to have an acronym. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you talk the rest of the time.
You're gonna make an acronym.
It's called POUR. Prepare. No, okay. It started with that.
Yeah.
No, if I'm going to talk to someone, first I got to get everything that I know about them, kind of evaluate the situation, and you're going to, really start from there. Look at what you have and what you don't have. What do you need to prepare? Right. So food, you might have someone, hey, they don't realize that they were in a way preparing, but they got maybe they got a great thing going on with a garden, and they have a lot of knowledge there,
right,
or whatever. They do have a good amount of food stored, or so you want to look at those things to be able to make the correct evaluation there.
Right.
But so yeah. But I'm gonna look at the basics. You need food. You need water. But all that can you carry with you? So do you also have a plan? So my very first thing would be, looking at their plans, looking at their skills, and so forth, and talk to them there.
Right.
Because if they're trying to really get into this, you don't want to overwhelm them. Hey, you got to buy this. You got to buy this. You got to buy this. So you want to look at these things and make them start thinking about those things and what they have to do, and then hopefully they'll, even since we're talking about prepping on a budget, they'll look at their budget and how to incorporate that.
Yeah, and I noticed on the ZellowNet, one of the guys that checked in from Raleigh, Cowboy, said that he grew up kind of in the country, and when he started prepping, and started getting the mindset of prepping, he found out he was already a prepper just by his lifestyle.
Right.
Because a lot of country people, they put back for the winter, until the next harvest. And so, that was kind of interesting. But, my advice was to apply for a bunch of credit cards and just max them out and get everything you need and then just pay for the rest of your life that stuff off. Of course, I was kidding.
Yes.
I don't think that people haven't done that before, though.
I know.
So, but mine was knowledge, I think, is the most important key.
Okay.
Because when I started prepping, the first thing I did was bought a $300 water filter. I think it's called a Katadyn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's stainless, has a pump. $300 for a water filter. You can buy a Sawyer water filter, our sponsor, by the way, for $20.
Yes.
I just didn't know better. And so knowing and having the knowledge of how to get started, like going to a prepping group, listening to podcasts like this, reading books, gives you a framework of knowledge of, then with that knowledge, you can put together a plan.
And I'll take that a step further with your knowledge and say, okay, you got a water filter. Well, now have knowledge about that. What we talked about a while back, I think like 2-3 shows ago or something like that. Know what it can filter, and then what can you do. And so there you go. You're increasing your knowledge. But use those things as triggers.
Okay, I'm laughing. I'm sorry, because you want to do a show on the Sawyer water filter where we drink like everything, like crap, pee, everything. Notice I've done nothing but delay that.
You have. I bring it up every time.
You do.
But I want it to be video too.
We got a video that one. We may put fake pee in there, like a little water.
You can't tell them our secrets.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do real pee. But people have done that before, and it's hilarious. And so, but yeah, so You're nuts.
Yeah.
And then we can come up with some mystery things. Like I bring a couple mystery things, and you bring a couple. Oh yeah. I mean, what could be worse than pee though?
Yeah, but we.
Cyanide. Yeah, that would be worse than pee.
Well, let's not go that far. No.
Will it? But yeah, so I recommend people get the knowledge and then put together a little plan. And that's not the takeaway that you shouldn't go ahead and start buying some canned food and things like that at the grocery store.
Right.
But with the what's the phrase? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Correct.
And so you always got to put a plan together, and a budget comes with that. Well, people on Zello are talking about getting stuff for free.
Yeah, you got the people that coupon, and that's not easy.
That is not easy. One lady in our Yadkinville group, she said that she hasn't bought shampoo, toothpaste, dishwashing detergent, laundry, all this stuff in years because of coupons.
Wow, that is just so crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do so much that way, and there is ways that you can.
But there's a job to do that too. I mean, you got to be into it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The men we don't do coupons.
It's just not that organized.
Yeah.
Not us, at least.
Yeah.
But if you do,
my wife used to do coupons, but she hasn't much lately. But
well, there's other websites. Hip to Save, the number 2 Save, SAV.
Hip to Save.
Hip to Save. There's
is this a site for yuppies or something?
No, it's like I don't know. Like I'm part of it. My wife sends me the emails, and there's all these things that are bargains, and you can get these things for free.
Okay.
You got Groupons. And
okay.
There's all these other sites. I'm sure you guys have them. Start posting them on the forum here, and you can even start a conversation on the Carolina Prepper forum about this, and so maybe that's a good place to go, and maybe you've got some other ways to do it that are easy and technology friendly, because we like technology. We like apps. Like if you want me to do couponing, I want to be able to hit my app and all my coupons are there.
Right.
Take the guesswork out.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I put down a couple things with dollar store and thrift store.
Oh yeah.
Because I've actually got some cast iron pans, like frying pans, from Goodwill.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I scrubbed them, then reconditioned them, and boom.
Yep.
I mean, I think they were like $4.
And that itself is knowledge. Skill.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to do that.
Hey, let's take a quick break. Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at preppernet.com.
You can get winter coats for $5-6. You can get all kinds of stuff there. The last few times I went there, but it is like a diamond in the rough though, because there's not a lot of stuff there that we can use that I've found. There's a lot of clothes, but man, I've looked for like old boots, and I looked for a lot of different things, but it's very rare I find something. But when I do, I'm pretty excited about the find.
Right.
So. And thrifts and like dollar stores. I mean, a lot of people put together first aid kits or, bug out bags. There's so much you can get from a dollar store.
Yes.
Matter of fact, this guy did a video on dollar store bug out kit. And I was amazed of all the stuff he put in there. And you went to a dollar store. It was crazy.
And I would say even surpluses, Army, Navy surpluses, whatever. But you got to be careful. So also go with knowledge. We've talked about the MREs.
Yep.
So what was that you said about like MREs, where you have to be careful? You can't just.
Well, it used to be the military would never ever sell MREs to the public unless it was expired or getting ready to expire. So all the MREs, almost 99% of them you would buy surplus, were getting ready to expire.
Gotcha.
But they recently changed that.
Oh, they have.
Because they sell them now in the BX and the PX. So you can go in there and just buy them, retired, or anyone can just buy them now. And then they could probably, take them out in the market and sell them. So there's ways you can get fresh ones now.
Okay.
So here's the thing, and it's one of the things I'm getting ready to use myself is I'm going to build this patio. And I want, like, pavers.
Yeah.
And the patio is not going to be seen from the house. It's I got a little kind of valley, and I'm going to build this big old fire pit and a patio, and it doesn't flood there, but it gets really wet there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look on Craigslist.
Yes.
And I'm going to look, and they're free because a lot of people will give them suckers away, and you can go and get that for free. And you can also in the free go, hey, I'm looking for this, and the people go, oh, I didn't think about doing that, and then they could contact me and give me a way. So I'm going to try to do it so I can mix and match and just build them and then build it out.
You can look like churches and other buildings, whatever, who are maybe doing reconstructions or demoing and stuff like that. You can go to places and get stuff.
Yes, dude, I'm laughing at us.
Because,
go ahead, keep going. No, keep going.
Yeah. No, you got to go.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I got some that way, and you know what? I'm looking to get rid of mine. So actually,
you're getting rid of your pavers?
I'm getting rid of some.
I need them
pavers.
delivered.
I got way too many. No way.
Okay, I was sort of laughing while you were talking because we're sitting in the room. And apparently we both use our hands a lot as we talk, and it looks like we're making like landing an airplane because you had your arms spread eagle as you were talking and bring them into like a field goal. And I just started laughing at that. And we're just talking to each other. we cuff our hands, we might not be able to talk. Cuff them to the chair. Take them.
If you had video of this and muted it, it would be hilarious.
And muted it. And probably good content. People go, wow, that's the best one Forrest ever done. Forrest and Tenderfoot.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So Craigslist, go ahead.
But I've got some pavers.
Okay.
You were talking about Craigslist.
Uh-huh.
So I'll give you some pavers because I was just looking for a way to get rid of them, but I'm selling mine.
Oh. You punk.
No, but I can give you some pavers.
Okay. How many you got? Like thousands or hundreds? Or
thousands, but
if it's like 7, dude, I'm
no,
not.
No,
okay.
I got quite a few.
Are they the thick or thin?
I got all different kinds.
See? Did you get them for free?
I did.
And then now you're selling them?
Well,
dude, that's burning in hell, right? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I may give you some money for them.
Well, when I got to my house, and they had a bunch of stuff. So, but I'm trying to redo some things, and I realized I'm not using them.
Okay.
Like I wanted to. Oops. I said I was going to use them. Not doing it.
See how it works? Right there. Freecycle.org. What the heck is that?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Let me write that down.
Yeah, write that down for me.
Free Cycle. I mean, I guess that's a website. I'm hoping. I don't think they would have put .org if it was just a. I think it's a real website. So, yeah, Craigslist free stuff. And so here's another thing: construction sites.
Yes.
Across the street, they're doing some construction on a house. They're doing an addition, and I was sitting on my front porch, just chilling, and I couldn't believe the things they were throwing in that dumpster. Wood, 2x4s, plywood, different things that you could use for maybe building a platform for your rain barrels. I guarantee you I could go over there at dumpster and build a platform for my rain barrels and raise them up about 6 feet if I needed to. Everything is in that dumpster.
Well, you can get the pallets for free. You can go anywhere and get pallets. And that's a good place to look, is dumpsters.
Yeah.
A lot of
dumpster diving.
There you
Prepper
go.
dumpster diving.
There you go.
I need a cape for that, though.
There's your Halloween costume.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to sing "Pump It." That's why. Oh, it's going to be scary. Me with a Black Eyed Pea would be scary. Believe it or not. Oh, we're getting G-Man from our studios just typed us saying, "Hey guys, don't forget the break." So you know what? Hey, it's a good time for a break, don't you think? As soon as our producer is telling us it's a good time for a break. So hey,
that's right.
Hey, listen to these sponsors. They're great sponsors, and we got great sponsors.
Yes, we do.
If you listen to some of these are people that are well known. So I forgot who's the guy that's a congressman or was or whatever. You don't know.
Yes, yeah, I do. Paul. No, last name.
Ryan? No.
No. I'll forget it.
Okay, well, hey, we'll be right back after these commercials.
Hi, I'm Joe Alton, MD, also known as Dr. Bones of the award-winning survival medicine website doomandbloom.net and co-author of the bestseller The Survival Medicine Handbook. As a medical doctor, I know how important it is to have knowledge, but you'll need supplies if you're going to save lives in a disaster. We've got an entire line of medical kits for every homestead, retreat, workplace, vehicle, church, school, just about any purpose you might imagine, and they're all put together by a real MD and nurse practitioner. Other kits are fine when the ambulance is on the way, but when you're the end of the line with regards to your family's well-being, you'll be a more effective medical asset with kits and supplies uniquely designed for tough times and packed in the USA. Prepare your family for any disaster with medical kits and supplies at store.doomandbloom.net. That's store.doomandbloom.net. Make medical kits by Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy a part of your medical storage. You'll be glad.
Hi, this is Ron Paul. I am a former congressman, physician, and presidential candidate. The world is in turmoil. Things like Ebola, earthquakes, wars, and famines are commonplace. As Americans, we are largely sheltered from these events. However, in parts of the world, just having enough food is a huge problem. For some of us, there is the nagging thought that we may not always have it so good. So we keep some food on hand just in case. My family and I have found a product that helps us do this better. It's a home freeze dryer from Harvest Right. With it, we eat healthier and store a little more food. We freeze dry everything we love to eat, and it lasts up to 25 years. Who knows what the future will bring? One thing's certain, my family and I will always have food on the table. To learn more, go to harvestright.com or call 800-923-9591. That's harvestright.com or 800-923-9591.
Do not buy emergency food until you compare Legacy Food Storage. You already know you need an emergency food supply. Legacy wants to ensure that you get higher quality, longer shelf life, better tasting non-GMO freeze-dried food. And Legacy gives you up to double food for your money. There's a huge secret our competitors don't want you to know. Never compare food storage based on cost per serving, because serving sizes vary. Compare based on the weight of the food. Legacy gives up to double the food for your budget. Visit LegacyFoodStorage.com. That's LegacyFoodStorage.com. Use coupon code PREPPER to save 15% on your order.
Hey, we're back on the Prepping Academy. Hey, a couple things, administrative things. Hey, this is the Prepping Academy show. You're listening to us live right now. If you're not, you're listening by a podcast. So we are live every Monday night on PrepperBroadcasting.com. PrepperBroadcasting.com at 9 p.m. We have a chat room. So I know if you're catching this by podcast, hey, on Monday night at 9, you're not doing jack anyway. Tune us in, listen, join our chat room. Hey, visit us. Our website is preppingacademy.com. Imagine that. Name of the show.com. So preppingacademy.com. Join our mailing list, and we'll give away nothing. But favors. We'll give away. You got to come pick them up, and you're charging. So, back to so that's some of the things we had Ron Paul was the person.
Ron Paul. I didn't want to up and say Rand Paul.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Ron.
Ron Paul.
Yeah.
And we had Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy.
Yes.
And then we had Legacy, which I'm a big Legacy fan. So that's some great commercials for our show right there. So support all them. So also, I got to tell you guys this. So as we're talking and the commercials are going on, he goes, "Hey, this link that you sent me, it didn't open up anything." And so I'm like, "What link?" And I sent him a link of the notes for the night show. And I'm like, "Well, all you got to do is click on it." And it opened right up on your phone. And you're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Dude, you got to click on these. Anything that's blue and it's you know, it's welcome to the internet."
I don't have fingerprints anymore.
Yeah.
And so when I go to click.
Yeah. That was just funny.
That's another show, how to get rid of your fingerprints.
Why would we teach people that? Why would you want to?
Spy stuff.
Yeah, but I don't say lose your fingerprints and change your voice and become a woman. I mean, I don't say that. Okay, we're talking tonight about prepping on a budget. And one of the things I said was, I screwed up. One of the first things I did was spend money where I shouldn't have spent money. And so people in the chat room, man, they're on the spot, man. They just if we make a mistake, that's how I learned we weren't being broadcast. We can't hear you. Turn your mic on. I'm like, wait. Okay. Back to the Future Tinder. Yeah, he doesn't know how to do the link shit. Okay, so we're talking about prepping on a budget, and I said construction sites was my last one. I said we talked about dollar store, thrift stores, yard sales. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Now I went to a yard sale, and this guy, I'm thinking he had to be a prepper. I don't know, and he wasn't there. But I bought all these survival manuals, like Air Force survival manual, all these for like $1, $2 a piece. I mean, I literally got like 15 manuals on survival. That was a good find.
That is.
I've also bought a tent. What else? I've gotten some good stuff at yard sales.
Yeah. I mean, then you find, speaking of the tent thing, don't want to go away from the yard sales, but, IKEA. Not IKEA, Aldi.
Yeah, you can build one in the woods. You get your bed delivered and then put it together in 9 hours.
But Aldi had...
Aldi, the grocery store?
Yeah. Believe it or not, Aldi will sell like camping stuff at the beginning of summer. And it's really prices. Some of the materials, but, there's been some good stuff. I really like the hammocks. And the one tent that we got at Prepper Camp, that was an Aldi tent.
Oh, you had two of them identical.
We had two. My in-laws also had.
And they cost $700.
No. It was very affordable. I can't remember. It was like, I don't know, maybe like 30 some bucks or something.
What?
Yeah, for an 8-man tent. So you can't beat that.
Who wants an 8-man tent?
I know. I'm not going to hike with an 8-man tent. But,
yeah, I didn't know that Aldi's had stuff. I know that my wife shops there a lot, and we get a lot of food, but you can't use coupons there. And you got to pay a dang quarter for the shopping cart. What the heck is up with that?
Don't you get your quarter back?
You do, but what if you don't have a quarter? We've actually had that. I went with my wife. She had 2 dimes and a nickel. And so we wait in the parking lot for someone to get ready to return their cart, and we go, "Hey, can we give you 2 dimes and a nickel for your quarter?" I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, my next thing is this. Now, this is going to take a little bit more work on your part, but it guarantees you can save half on everything you buy. Oh, not everything, a lot of things you can buy. And one is, I wanted long-term freeze-dried food, so I became a wholesaler or a reseller of Legacy. So, you guys, I know it's no secret. If you're buying food, they usually paid half of what you're buying it for. So with the long-term storage Legacy, if something costs on the shelf on Amazon, If it's Legacy themselves selling it for $2,000, that means I can buy it for $1,000, and then I sell it and make a profit.
Yeah.
Right. So I became a reseller, so I could buy long-term storage food at half price.
There you go.
And so what I do,
Forced.
yeah. About to get me choked up. So what I do to my friends and family and others, I split the profit with them. So if it's $2,000, I buy it for $1,000. You're going to save $500, and I'm going to make $500. That's just the way I do it.
There you go.
I don't advertise that, so don't tell anyone that I do that. But if you need food, just PM me and we'll discuss it. Possibly. I sold so much in Charlotte that they won't open up another account to someone else.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't that awesome?
So everyone just think for us for that.
Yeah.
So they gave you a tip. If you're in this area, you can't use it.
But I help my friends. My secret safe. Sweet. And so you can, another is barter.
Yeah.
Now, do you have anything to say about barter?
Well, I'm going to give you these pallets. So let's barter.
I don't want pallets.
I mean, not the pallets, the pavers.
Pavers, okay.
The pavers.
What do you want in return?
I do have a bunch of pallets, too. So.
Why? You got a junkyard? Are you
exactly. So, also, you could just go to Travis's house and
yeah.
get all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we can barter.
We could barter.
Okay. So here's something that is, I joined a barter program just last week.
Really?
Yes, I did. It costs money. You get in it. And so what I did is I put some Legacy food in there that I can buy at half price. So let's say I put $2,000 worth of food in there, which means it only cost me $1,000.
Okay.
And I actually put it for higher than $2,000 because you're bartering. So I put it for $2,500. So if someone buys that with barter or however they use their credits and they buy that, that means I have $2,500 in the system to use, and it only cost me $1,000. So I made, in a sense, barter money, $1,500.
Yeah.
Minus my entry fee, which I forgot what that was. It wasn't a lot. But that was pretty cool, and so I'm trying it. A friend of mine does it. It's I don't even know the name of it. Actually, if you instant message me or send me an email or something, I'll give it to you. I didn't want to mention it online because, just if you're interested in that system, I'll tell you all about it. Just send me an email. Go to preppingacademy.com to contact or message me. But I'm new to it. But my friend is like a bigwig in it. And so he's kind of training me, teaching me what's going on. I mean, they do vacations. They get, solar panels, property. You wouldn't believe the stuff that goes on in this barter network. And I'm just now a new member. So I don't know a lot to tell you, but I will learn it and I will share that information.
Oh, it's great information. I didn't even know anything like that existed.
Oh, he does. I didn't either. And he goes, you don't know what I do? And I'm like, no. And he told me, I'm like, that's pretty cool. He goes, you want us to do it? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm trying it. So barter. So also, I know a lot of our groups, meetups in the Carolina Preppers Network, they'll have barter before the meetup starts. Bring your food, your vegetables, or whatever, and you just trade with people.
It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just don't have a garden. I had a garden.
Or eggs. I've got eggs.
You got eggs?
I've got eggs.
Well, I will have rabbits. I raise rabbits.
Yes.
But my rabbits are they've been consumed. Meaning they've been dispatched. So I need new rabbits now because we moved.
Yes.
And so we ate them.
You animal.
We actually, a friend of ours, we gave some to our friend and they cooked up this nice little rabbit stew or whatever. And we're like, okay, their rabbit looks better than our rabbit when we cook it. Ooh. Yeah. But so we're getting new rabbits. I'm going to get all that set up and we'll be raising rabbits again.
All right.
And then I can barter rabbits. I'll have little bunny foo-foo with bitey ears and go, who wants, hey, man, what about here?
Do you ever use the pelt?
No.
Okay.
They are worth about $1.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, I do so few. I mean, I could sell them to some people for $1. You can also sell the dead babies that, if they die, because snakes. So you can freeze them, and people that have snakes will buy them.
Oh yeah.
But they go for about $1. But when I'll kill like 4 or 5 at a time, and it's not worth anyone's time to come by and pick them up. So anyway, so you got a bright idea. I can just see it in your head right now.
I mean, we've hit on a lot of things for
I'm
on a budget, but I mean, you're talking about places that you can go to get things or whatever. But I think it's also the mindset that you've got to think about. So just like you do with your planning, with your bug out and your emergency plan with your family, you've got to have a prepping plan. You've got to have a budget. You need to do those things. That's just things that we need to do.
Right.
And so we sit down and again, how can you incorporate that? What can you get? But you need to know. You can't just go aimlessly like, hey, I'm going to go get, the first thing I see, or just any, Army surplus I see. Are you going to use it?
Right.
Is it a part of your purpose? So you got to do everything with purpose and intention as well. So planning. Planning
is key. Someone in the chat room said, "I've got kids and a husband. I'm broke." Well, here's some ideas for being broke and planning and prepping. One is barter. Grow a garden, barter it. 2 is if you have skills.
Yes. Teach
people to make money to buy things. Or teach people for trade as well. A lot of people, matter of fact, I got 2 emails just this weekend that people want to do a consulting over the phone, and they pay me money to help them, figure something out in their prepping or their group. Actually, I got 3, because one's a group that wants to hire me to help them put together some documentation for their group, like bylaws and things like that. And so then I take all that money and I don't tell anyone about it, meaning the spouse, and I use it for prepping. So
you can, another great idea is
rob a bank.
Rob a bank.
No,
who do you know? Your neighbors or whatever that you do get along with, and that may do this or may have
take theirs.
Some way to.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Some way to help out. It goes back to the bartering, I guess, in a sense. But community is another thing that is very important. And hey, we had the prepper camp that we just came back from. They had wild edible class. What was the other class? They taught
sausage making.
The sausage making. But oh my goodness, it's coming back.
Yeah, that lady. People still talk about that lady. Apparently, she was beautiful. I didn't see her, but just for a split second. But anyway.
Yeah. And then you got a spy class. The spy class.
Oh, that was rocking.
Yeah. There was a pretty lady there too, I heard. No.
Boy, them are fighting words.
But they were talking about wilderness survival. That's what I was trying to get out. So with the wilderness survival, okay, again, like we talked about with the water filter, having that knowledge, not just getting the item, but having the knowledge of it. Okay, I need to know, and you teach this. You need to know more than one way to build a fire. So, okay, you can't afford to go buy matches. This is just an example here. Then you need to know how to make a fire another way,
right?
More than one way. And a lot of things that you can do with these primitive skills, this primitive life skills, as they taught there at the camp, you could possibly eliminate some some items
Right.
from your prepping.
Yeah.
At this time, since we're talking about budgeting.
Yep.
And like, hey, I know how to do this on the fly. I know how to do this in the wilderness. I know how to make a hammock. I know how to make a bag or
Yep.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think outside the box.
Yep. So my last idea is, they came up with some good ones in the Zello net that we did. Was that people were they would use their credit card to buy things and get reward points back.
Okay.
And one guy was getting $500 to $1,000 a year by doing that. So he would charge things, pay all his bills on credit cards, and he would earn $500 to $1,000 a year, and he would pay it off every month. And that he got $1,000 extra for nothing but prepping. That's not bad.
Yeah. Now Dave Ramsey, who we think's a prepper as well, would say no credit cards.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that. But points back. Why does he say that?
Why
if you pay it off at the end of every single month. You can't rent a car without a credit card. You've got to have something.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
So I did consult for trade. That's about my list. That's gosh, if you listen to what we say, you would be a genius. Well, okay, maybe not. Like I always tell people, we have more fun than they do.
Yes. But there is a lot of ways that you can prep on a budget and to effectively do this. But again, it goes back to that planning.
Yes.
And going into these other steps that we've given you.
And one of the biggest keys is having your spouse on board.
Yes.
That can limit your preps more than money can.
Yes.
Because my wife's on board, your wife's on board.
Yes.
So y'all can discuss it and go, okay, maybe we don't need to do this or do this. But if it's just one-sided, spouses can put a foot down and then everything has to go in secret mode.
Right.
Like in the books, 299 Days. The guy was prepping, doing all this stuff without his wife even knowing it because he knew his wife would flip out. That's kind of dishonest, but at the end, she realized, hey, thanks for doing that. Thanks for caring about the family.
Right.
But
there's proper ways to do that and to bring the spouse along and whatnot, and to bring friends along, to bring family along who can, because that's huge too. Community is another thing. So you've got your MAG. There's things that y'all can do together. There's power in numbers. So these are just ideas. You know what works best for you. You know your family. You know yourself. You know your budget. First of all, go to planning, talk it through, and if it is an issue with trying to bring a spouse along, if that is an issue, if that's a hurdle,
get rid of her. Get someone else. No. Sorry, work on that.
You do need to work, and all of it's going to take work.
Yes.
All of it's going to take effort.
Yep. And everyone realizes that you have to do this. Yeah. You have to start buying stuff. That's the bad thing about prepping, is that you do have to buy things. There's knowledge, but you do have to literally buy food.
Yeah. And
buy a water filter. Even though there's other ways to do bushcraft and the stuff, but you might have kids.
Right.
So it seems like G-Man's yelling at us. We have 3 minutes left. So we need something that's very deep and profound from you.
I do not have that acronym yet. I'm going to actually work on the acronym POUR.
Okay. POUR. Broke.
Broke. I don't know.
Okay.
Budget. I'm going to work on the acronym from budget. And I'll tell you what, I'll work on it and I'll bring it back.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. And I will make fun of it.
Yeah.
And
now everybody else is probably going to do that. And if you do that, then I just helped you.
Yeah. So, POUR. people, I don't know,
No,
prepping on
planning
on zero money, zero resources. Oh my word! My son, he's a acronym. He can make acronyms up like that. I mean, I'm like, how do you do that? But I'm not. I have to sit down and think. Hey, everyone, remember Mark Goodwin on October 30th. It's gonna be a big show. I'm going to advertise it to the 5,600 members in the Carolina Preppers Network. So we'll have tens of people listening to us live in the chat room. No, we'll have a lot in there. That's on the 30th. Next week, we'll post. I don't know. It's like a potluck. We'll see what we get next week. But we do publish it on the website on Prepper Broadcasting. What we're going to talk about. And hey, if you do listen to this via podcast, we are live on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on prepperbroadcasting.com, right?
That's right.
And hey, go to Prepping Academy, sign up for our mailing list. And hey, guys, we enjoy doing this. We hope you get something out of it. Give us some feedback. I mean, tell me how bad Tenderfoot is and how great just give us some feedback. We are mediocre, and we are the best mediocre podcast out there.
That's right.
We are.
That's like our tagline now.
Yeah. So hey, we will be back next week live on Monday night. And until then, buy stuff cheap.
That's right.
Yeah.
And work on your budget.
Yeah. We're out of here.
Thanks so much for listening to the Prepping Academy with your hosts, Forrest and Kyle, live on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Prepper Broadcast Network at prepperbroadcasting.com. We'll catch you next time on the Prepping Academy.
Today's broadcast has come to you through the courtesy of the Prepper Broadcasting Network. See our hosts, show schedules, archived programs, and more at prepperbroadcasting.com. Thanks for listening.
Has your data been hacked? Do you feel uneasy about the vulnerability of your personal information online? Were you involved in the Target, LinkedIn, or Microsoft data leaks? Don't know? If not, then pay attention. Join Forrest Garvin from PrepperNet for a free webinar on privacy and security. Gain insights into safe internet browsing, VPNs, crafting online aliases, secure emails, detecting if your data has been hacked, and managing passwords. Secure your spot today for this webinar on privacy and security. It's free. This webinar delves into comprehensive strategies for bolstering your online privacy. We've got you covered, from fortifying your passwords to shielding your financial information and mastering state-of-the-art encryption techniques. We're offering 2 convenient dates to suit your schedule. Reserve your spot now at preppernet.com/privacy. Don't let cyber threats erode your peace of mind any longer. Take the first step toward a safer, more secure online experience by joining us for our free webinar. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to safeguarding your privacy. Sign up now at preppernet.com/privacy. We'll see you there.